Let's break it down here. One of the bills, H.R. 5214, if passed, would do away with cashless bail for certain crimes in D.C. that pose a threat to public safety. It was brought to the House by Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik of New York and is drawing strong opposition from D.C. lawmakers and the people it would affect.
It's going to put a strain on a lot of families and friends trying to come up with bail.
Native Washingtonian Anthony Petty thinks eliminating cashless bail for people accused of crimes is a bad idea.
A lot of people don't have just $20,000. They don't have access. A grandmother, you have to put up a grandmother's house or a aunt's apartment or car.
Petty is a returning citizen who spent 30 years in jail. Now he works with the group Neighbors for Justice to help other incarcerated people re-enter society. He says if H.R. 5214 passes into law, it'll be detrimental to D.C. residents.
This bill will disproportionately affect Black and brown communities because, they're the most incarcerated within the Washington, D.C. area.
If passed, H.R. 5214 would do away with cashless bail and also make pre-trial and post-conviction detention mandatory for certain dangerous crimes. Ward 2 Councilmember Brooke Pinto chairs the Committee on Judiciary and Public Safety. She says this measure is the wrong move.
If someone's been charged with our most violent offenses, a judge should be empowered to hold that person pre-trial if they're deemed to be a danger to society or a flight risk. That is the appropriate intervention.
In a statement, Mayor Muriel Bowser, Attorney General Brian Schwab, and Council Chair Phil Mendelson said, in part, these bills are an affront to home rule and the principles of democracy and local self-governance on which this country was founded.
The people in D.C. know what's best for the people in D.C.
Now, the other bill up for consideration that we mentioned before a U.S. House committee is the repeal of D.C.'s Comprehensive Policing and Justice Reform Amendment Act of 2022. Now, what it does it increase transparency and tighten rules on force in the aftermath of the Minnesota police murder of George Floyd. Leslie?
Yeah, remember when all of that passed. And again, this all brings up into context even closer this whole issue between democracy and federal overreach once again. All right, Melissa, thank you.